Okay.
Welcome everybody. We are starting out this week's video. We're going to do it to talk about our challenge that we're going to try to invite everybody to participate in. It specifically focused as a stress challenge. We are looking at helping everybody alleviate stress, and I know a lot of stress eating has been going on. And so just on the call today is myself, Quincy Robinson. We've got Kelsey Bird, and then we've got Dr. Rigby as well. And we just wanted to kind of provide you an overview. If you're interested in participating in the challenge, be great. You don't have to participate. And we'll turn time over to Kelsey to kind of discuss what we're going to be doing.
Yeah, so we mentioned this challenge last week in our it's not Facebook Live, but our last Zoom meeting. And it's finally put together. It's a free 7-day challenge, which is really, really short. But we wanted to give you guys the main tools that you can use now, but also carry on, because stress is always going to be there. And if you aren't consciously working on it, it will come back. It's one of those, I don't know a good analogy to use, but it is always going to come back if you don't keep working on your stress management techniques. So the 7 days, we're going to have a separate Facebook group that so we really just have the people who want to work on this. And we understand there's a lot going on. If now is not the right time, that is okay. We might run this challenge again. But for the people who really want to have accountability and focus on overcoming their stress eating habits, this is a great group. I'm super excited. Actually, I think each day and the bonus material, it's really, really beneficial. So free Facebook group, you'll have separate Facebook group. You'll get an email each day. You'll get a live video from me, and then a challenge and a homework item that you need to complete sometime during the day, and then share with the group. And that's how we're going to hold each other accountable to focusing on different aspects of stress eating. So Rigby and Quincy, are you guys following so far?
Mm-hmm. We're doing good.
Okay.
Yep. Doing great.
All right, so I'm gonna go over kind of each day's topics so you guys can kind of get excited. And so the first day is keeping a food and mood journal, and we'll have one that you can print off, download. I personally like paper because the whole point of this process is to track trends. So counting calories, macronutrients, not as important right now. I want to see why you're eating that food, or when are you triggered to overeat. Learning to listen to your hunger and fullness cues. That's why I think a paper or even an Excel sheet on the computer is easier to track versus MyFitnessPal or some of those other apps. You can have those journals, but yeah, it's hard to see from day to day those trends.
Okay.
But do what works best for you. We also have another resource. This will also be sent out in your email. This kind of goes into some descriptions of your hunger and fullness sensations. So when you're filling out the food and mood log, you can kind of be like, okay, I would rate myself this because that's kind of the description that fits along. So another good resource to really learn to listen to your body and learn what your hunger and your fullness cues are. So you don't wait until you get too hungry or you don't overeat past the point of being comfortable. So that's all day one. There's a bonus activity to really kind of figure out what hunger feels like to you and your body, because everyone is so different. Day 2 is setting yourself up for success. So one of those is setting up your environment. I think environment is crucial, and most of us being at home. I know you guys are still at the office, but most of us are being at home. So learning what environments are triggering you and how to fix that. So, and then the next thing is coming up with a list of meals and snacks that with the ingredients you have. So this will be a good time, because with us not being able to go to the store whenever you want, or trying to limit that, it's good to have a sheet that you can go reference with mostly the ingredients you have. If you can't follow a diet that you typically follow because they might not have eggs, or other products at the grocery store right now, it's good to have a backup. And I personally like having that list I can reference and not have to be like, what am I going to feed the family tonight? Or instead of eating a food that I shouldn't eat, I can go to my list and be like, okay, these are the snacks of things I have in the house that are good for me, that I feel good eating. So I'll go to that versus just going to the pantry. So I think both of those activities are really helpful in setting yourself up for success.
Just to add to that is, if you prepare ahead, you won't kind of fall back into old habits, the spur of the moment. It's like, I'm hungry, I'm grabbing whatever the kids are eating or whatever. If I've already prepared that these are my snacks, I'm already prepared when I go to the store, then it's easier to have that. You're not falling back into, like I said, old habits. And that's what, like we've talked about, habits keep coming back, and that's what we're trying to change.
I love that. Good points. Okay, day 3 is going to be identifying your triggers. So this is a very important day. There's a lot of different aspects that go into what triggers you to overeat or to stress eat. And identifying them is the first step, but then you have to actually do something. You've got to address that root cause. So we give you some ideas on how to do that in day 3. There's a need inventory, which is also a very good tool to do to identify what you feel when your needs aren't being met. So if you can fix your needs, then those negative feelings can be fixed and you're less likely to turn to food. And then the next 3 days, we're going to be talking about different coping mechanisms for stress management so you don't turn to food for comfort. So again, we're addressing those root causes and dealing with those so we can use food for what it is meant to be, the nourishment for our bodies. We lost Quincy for a minute.
Yep, he ran off.
Okay, he's back. So day 4, we're going to introduce the 5-minute timeout technique, which is great. It's only 5 minutes. I think we can all spare 5 minutes. Day 5 is the one little thing approach, another helpful tool when you're feeling super overwhelmed. Day 6 is overall just stress management, different techniques that you can do on a daily basis, because again, different things are going to stress us out. And what stresses me out is very different than what stresses Rigby and Quincy. So figuring out the stress management techniques that work for your body and your triggers will be helpful for the rest of your life. And then the last day, day 7, is reflection, which is actually a very, very important day. So you can kind of just look back at the past week, see what you've learned, look at those trends, and keep moving forward. So there you go, 7 days.
There we go.
Hopefully we can all focus for 7 days.
Yeah, and we decided specifically to do, we did 7 days just because we felt like too much more will really overwhelm people and they would not be willing to participate. So, we can do something for 7 days. Exactly.
And that's our goal. I mean, I know everyone is overwhelmed as it is. So hopefully these activities are just short, focused little challenges that can make big impacts on your life.
So timing. So when do we plan on the challenge starting?
That's a great question.
I don't know if we talked about it before we got on the call.
No, we did not.
We've talked about Monday, but
yeah, let's start. Monday's a good day to start. So that gives you guys this weekend if you got questions, but it also gives you time to sign up. So remember, you need to sign up for our email list because you'll be getting the email with all the attachments and challenge descriptions for each day. And then if you're, go ahead.
Just to sign up. So there's a few ways you can either, I guess you can post in the Facebook group that you're interested in. We'll also post a link for a landing page that you'll go to and you'll sign up for the challenge. That's probably the best way for you to sign up. And then once you sign up, you'll get instructions for the group and it'll give you a link to go sign up for the group. And then you can request to join that private group. So it's just people in there who are doing the challenge together.
So it's separate from our normal community of people that make your mind and body.
Yep.
Perfect.
So that way you can hold each other accountable, and that way you can really get that support and not get lost in the Facebook feed.
Yes. And with the social distancing, we'll be good. We'll all be connected.
Exactly.
We need to focus on the physical distancing, not the social. You still need the interaction. It's the
Yeah.
physical distancing we should focus on.
That's very true. Very, very true. So,
Okay. Well, let us know if you have any questions about the challenge, and our hope and our goal is to help everybody to alleviate the stress that they're experiencing right now. And let us know if you have any questions. Thanks, guys.
Okay.
bye.